Following the enormous success of his speech to the Institute of Directors at the Albert Hall in London, Sir Roy Welensky visited the medical school in Birmingham, where he was to be guest of honour at a luncheon. Sir Roy was in fine form once again and expressed his gratitude to Birmingham for the help it's giving in building the Federation's projected teaching hospital. On his return from London, with stops in Lisbon and Rome for talks, Sir Roy was welcomed home by the first sunshine Salisbury had seen for several weeks and an enthusiastic crowd. Sir Roy was met by Sir Malcolm Barrow, who'd been acting for him in his absence, and by Lady Welensky. Sir Roy was still using his stick because of an attack of gout. After the huge success of his trip, Sir Roy said modestly that he had achieved what he set out to do. Named after a French priest who relieved the great poverty of many people in France in his time, the St. Vincent de Paul School Hospital for Eurafrican Children was recently opened by Sir Evelyn Hone in Lusaka. Helped by a £24,000 gift from the Rhone Antelope Lottery, the hostel will give a great fillip to Eurafrican education. And in Salisbury, this £32,000 community centre in Arcadia was recently opened by Sir Humphrey Gibbs at a gala ball. It was a gay, glittering evening of triumph for the coloured community, which has raised this money in 2 years, an evening climaxed by the unveiling of a plaque by Sir Humphrey, who was in irrepressible form for this festive occasion. Torrential rain in Lusaka kept members of the public to a minimum at the Remembrance Day service at the cenotaph. In the pouring rain and without shelter of any kind, Sir Evelyn Hone did honour to the dead of 2 world wars. And the mayor laid a wreath on behalf of the citizens of Lusaka. Rain did not deter these two from reaffirming our promise, we will remember them. The 2nd Battalion, King's African Rifles, who were recently posted to Lusaka from Zomba, marched past the dais where the salute was taken by the mayor in a getting-to-know-you march through the streets. Major General Long, officer commanding the Federal Army, was also on the dais. The rain, which seems to have soaked the entire Federation for several weeks, held off just long enough for the march past, but it was back soon after, causing the cancellation of other ceremonies. It was a grey day too in Lusaka, as the body of the late Mr. Lawrence Katalungu was laid to rest. A leading trade unionist for many years and acting president of the African National Congress, he was killed in a road accident in the Congo Pedicle. Over 1,000 people attended the funeral to pay homage to a man who had won the respect of all races. In a tribute to Lawrence Katalungu, the Chief Secretary said, "We all feel today that we have lost a courageous and able colleague. We look back on our acquaintanceship with appreciation and respect." At the Royal Rhodesian Air Force Parachute Training School at New Sarum, Salisbury, the first batch of Federal Army paratroopers began their training course a few weeks ago. The first lesson, how to fall, hit and roll to avoid broken ankles and legs. I say, what ripping fun! Then the recruit must get used to the swing of the parachute in the air. Personally, we'll stick to the swings in the park. And if the parachute twists, straighten it out, so. More landing practice now, this time coming in fast at an angle. Who's for the high jump? And now the mobile control tower is in place to direct the 8th and final jump from the air, which will complete the training course. And while Salisbury sleeps peacefully below, 5 mushrooms burst out of a Dakota in the dawn sky. The parachute is tangled, a twist, and it's open. And here comes another stick of 8. Note the speed and precision with which they follow each other. The paratroopers have to bring with them a 56-pound pack of equipment too. Here go another batch of recruits, a stick of 6 this time, floating gently to earth. But don't let that deceive you. They are dropping fast enough to cause themselves serious injury if they don't fall correctly. As they near the ground, an instructor shouts last-minute instructions to the trainees. And here we are, back on dear old terra firma again. You certainly have to be fit and tough for this lark. Ouch, that was a hard one and no mistake. And here's one coming in fast and hits and rolls, and he's got to get out of that harness quickly or the wind may drag him along the ground. And believe it or not, there were no casualties. The following afternoon, Sir Malcolm Barrow, acting Prime Minister, attended the passing out parade to present the Special Air Services Squadron wings. First to get his badge and open parachute between wings was the course commander, Lieutenant J.M. Rowett. By the middle of next year, there'll be 150 paratroopers in the S.A.S. squadron. And the RAF instructor's verdict on the Federation's first paratroopers, as good as any he's had in 20 years. In this workshop in Salisbury, the orthopedic department of the Federal Health Service has for 2 years been manufacturing artificial limbs out of components ordered from overseas. Limbs need running repairs and also regular servicing, and the workshop caters for this too. Powder goes into the foot to stop it squeaking. The foot is screwed on securely. Accidents, of course, must not happen. Before this department was inaugurated, prescriptions were sent to England, but now the patient is no longer just a number on a job card in an English factory. He gets personal and more effective attention. Leather plays a big part in artificial limbs. This is the cup into which the stump of the leg is strapped. Here's Mr. Harry Benwell having his artificial legs fitted by the head of the orthopedic department, Mr. Laurie Miller, whose family has been engaged in this craft for many generations. A brief tryout on the parallel bars ensures that Mr. Benwell is ready to face the world with confidence. With the help of this small but essential department, Mr. Benwell is one of many handicapped Rhodesians who are able to lead a normal, happy existence. Would you guess that this man has had 2 artificial legs for 45 years? Salisbury recently had a visit from the world-famous Karmon Israeli dancers. In spite of a torrential downpour, a packed first night house gave a thunderous ovation to this troupe for 2 exhilarating hours of non-stop singing and dancing.